Alright. I think we are... I think we are live on both. We should be good to go. Okay, back into the fray. So, oh, there's a whole nother kind of shield that I haven't even, there's a whole nother kind of shield I haven't gotten yet. And whatever those little baggies are, and there's a spell I'm missing too. Okay. So let's think. Looks like the next place to go is the Gerudo area. Come on. Is it really too tall for him to climb up that? I think it is just a little bit too tall for him. I would not have expected that. Okay, well, and for general use, I probably do want the sword. All right, now let's do Epona's song. So that is up, left, right, up, left, right. Okay. There you are. Alright, now am I feeling green tunic or am I feeling a blue tunic? I think it's been a while since I've just worn a good old green. Alright. Off to the Gerudo Fortress. Now, one of the coolest, totally arbitrary things they decided to add in this game is this jump right here. They had no reason to add it, aside from just the sheer awesomeness of it. Hey, welcome in, welcome in. Okay, so we should have quite a lot to do here. Alright, so first things first, we got a gate. Oh. Okay, I'm getting it. Don't worry. Oh, hey, thanks, Rock. How are you doing today? It's been a while. Stupid kid, get in there and keep quiet. Oh, I just got arrested. Okay. Alright. Oh. Okay, I'm assuming I'm supposed to be avoiding these things. Oh. How's your night going, Rock? So this right here is where the heart that only shows up for adult Link. Or sorry, for child Link. There's a heart piece right here. It is the... I think it's like the 37th heart piece. Okay, so there's two different ways here. Okay, gotcha. So how do I get around? No, they just... Okay, they just arrest you. So there is nothing to do in here. Chillin', chillin'. Well, I hope you're having a good night. Glad you could pop in. Watch me fumble around this area and try and figure it out. Thieves' hideout. Hey you, young man, over there. Look over here, inside the cell. Hello there, sir. I have no idea where you come from, but you must have a lot of guts to make it past all the guards around here. All of my fellow carpenters are imprisoned somewhere in here. If you can get us out of here, we'll repay the favor somehow. But be careful, there's sure to be Gerudo guards somewhere around. If I get hit once, I get thrown in jail? Seems a bit excessive. Silver key! Did you come here to save me? Well, that's just swell. I'm Ichiro the Carpenter. We were really interested in joining their all-female group. They locked us up like this just because we're men. We don't care about the Gerudo anymore. They're so rude. 3 of my fellows have also been captured, so please help them escape, too. That's funny. They're like, we were really interested in joining their all-female group. I'm sure you were, buddy. I am sure that you were. Oh, here's another one. Hey, young man over here. Yep. I have no idea where... Yeah, I know. Make it past all the guards. Yes, yes, yes. Yes, yes, yes. Let's get the Gerudo lady to attack me. There should be Gerudo guards somewhere. Around here. Watch out! There we go. Alright, you are set. Now there's 2 more. You're a cute kid. Thank you for coming to save me. I'm Jiro, the carpenter. These women are so scary. I'd rather work as a carpenter than join them. I can't wait to say goodbye to this place. 2 of my buddies are still being held prisoner. Will you please get them out? Yes. Of course I will. Nice catch, Rock. Oh, snap. Did you just raid me? What's happening? 14, holy crap. How's it going, Voltage? Thanks for the raid. Welcome in, everybody. Hope you're... it's the ship of Harkinian. It's for just visual mods. It raises it up to 60 frames per second. And, yeah, it gets it up to 60 frames per second and adds some texture, additional textures to it. There are other parts of the mod that will let you do other stuff, but the most important thing for me was just the visual. And oh, technically I did add one other mod of the list that it includes. If you'll notice, the D-pad adds 4 more quick items to your list. So that is technically part of the mod. So instead of just having the normal the 3 C buttons that you can use for items, it adds brings you to a total of 7 instead of just 3. What do you have bottom D-pad set to? The layout covers about. Oh, it does. That's my ocarina. The bottom of the D-pad is my ocarina. Alright, heart 8 piece. So I've got 2 more prisoners I need to find. I think that was weird. Okay, so there is another path over there. I'd have to be kind of careful how I do that. So how's everybody doing tonight? And Voltage, as always, appreciate the raid. Oh, I can give you a shout out, can't I? Hold on one second. I think it's exclamation SO. Hi. Voltage 032. I think that's how that works. Alright, here's another one. Nope. Oh, this is where I came from. Can you talk more about the mod you're using? I grew up on N64 and this is insane. Sure. Yeah, so this is it's not strictly speaking a mod I mean, it is a mod, obviously, but it's a little bit more complex. It's a full, complete file package. So basically, and on my Discord, I've been sharing it to anybody who wants it. Which actually, there's a member of my Discord that really we have to him to thank for it. And it is Darkstar. But yeah, basically, it's just you literally can just download it. It takes about 5 minutes. You don't have to do anything special. And once you download it, it takes, like I said, 5 minutes to unzip it. And then you can play both Ocarina of Time and Majora's Mask with higher textures and the 60 frames per second that I have it set to. It's called the Ship of Harkinian. I have no idea where you come from, but you must be have a lot of guts. All my fellow carpenters are imprisoned somewhere here and here. If you can get us out of here, we'll repay you a favor somehow. But to be careful. Sure to be Gerudo guards somewhere around here. Watch out. So this is my first time playing. And I've been just having an absolute blast with it. I've been having so much fun. I played, maybe 2 or 3 hours when I was a kid, and got to, I got to Hyrule Castle, but never got into the castle. So if that gives you a frame of reference for how little I got. But it stuck with me when I was a kid. I remember playing it and just being like, "Gosh, this is such an awesome game." And then I never got around to finishing it because we didn't really have very many video games growing up. And it was my friend's console and video game, so I never really got a chance to finish it. I mean, technically I could have, I just never got around to it. But I've been just having a riot. I'm having a blast. Okay, so there is one more prisoner somewhere in here. Nope, I already did this one. If you have any other specific questions about the Ship of Harkinian, just let me know. I'm happy to answer any questions you got. Nope, bad news bears. Bad news bears. Okay, so we've got somewhere there is another prisoner, and I do not know where. I heard the game was totally modernized recently. So I mean, this is as close to a full top-down remake as you can get without having Nintendo do a full top-down remake. It is as true to form as you could really, I think, as you could ask for. Okay, so I do. Let me see. I need to figure out which door I have not gone into yet. Okay, there's a back alley here. What? Ooh. Who caught me? It wasn't that girl, was it? Okay, so that's incredible. I heard the game was, yeah. I've beaten Ocarina of Time a handful of times. This is... No, so I've been working my way through the whole series, along with multiple other series. So this is... I've as of Ocarina of Time, I've beaten every Legend of Zelda game up to Ocarina of Time so far. Now, obviously, here in the next day or two, I'll be able to add Ocarina of Time to that list. But not quite yet. So I did the original Legend of Zelda. I did Zelda 2, Adventure of Link. I did Link's Awakening, or A Link to the Past, and then Link's Awakening, and now I'm here. Now, can these guys be stunned? Okay, no, so that... I know where that goes. There's one more in here somewhere that I just haven't found yet. Favorite games... Now, are we talking Legend of Zelda, or are we talking just games in general? Because I've got answers for both. Zelda and others, okay? So... Let me think for a second. So I would say that... I thought the conclusion to Link's Awakening is probably one of the more emotionally compelling moments in any Zelda game I've played so far. It was very, very emotionally cathartic and satisfying to see them take, like, a heavy conclusion instead of something a little bit more upbeat, which Zelda typically has a little bit more upbeat finishes to their games. So that was a pleasant surprise. I also, to be honest, I have enjoyed practically every moment of this game so far. This game, I would say, has been one of the most pure and simple fun games I have ever played. Like, way up there in terms of just straight fun. Outside of Zelda, Final Fantasy VI, that whole game is phenomenal. Final Fantasy VII, similarly, is also a fantastic game. I am a huge fan of Mass Effect. I have played all 3 games and even played the Andromeda, which was okay. It was fine. It wasn't as bad as everybody made it out to be, but it also was not that good. So it was just fine. The gameplay was, pardon me, the gameplay was good. The gameplay of Andromeda was good, but the story was just wah wah. I'm trying to think what else. I'm a huge fan of the Kingdom Hearts games, even though their story is ridiculous and convoluted, but I do like these the Kingdom Hearts games. Is this it? Oh, I think that may have been it. I just got caught. So, as far as, like, specific moments... I'm trying to think of a specific moment. I think the final sequence, the suicide mission in... I think the suicide mission in Mass Effect 2 is one of the most consequential moments in gaming, because the outcome is just so devastatingly different depending on what you did during the game, the main portion of the game. I mean, it is incomparably different depending on what you did or didn't do throughout the game. And I thought they did such a good job with that. I'm trying to think if there's anything else, like any other specific game moments that really stick out to me. There probably is, that I'm just not thinking of at the moment, to be honest. Because what I'm kind of doing is I am in the process of playing through basically at least one game. I don't know if you may already know this or not, but I am basically playing through at least one game, usually as many as 4, per year, starting from 1972 to the present. So obviously right now I'm in 1998 with Pokemon, or with Ocarina of Time. I did have a Pokemon game in 1998, but anyway, with Ocarina of Time, and this is what I'm finishing the year out with. So once I finish this, I'll be moving on to... Once I finish with this, I'll be moving on to 1999, and I've got 3 games lined up for 1999 so far. Oh, okay. Gotcha. Cool. So yeah, I'm excited for 1999 because there's another good handful of games. Now, 2000 and 2001 are insane years. I'm gonna have to. Can I recommend? Yes, absolutely. Please, I'm always looking for game recommendations. That's a big thing for me. Is I ideally, in a perfect world, I'd be getting game suggestions from subscribers. Medieval for PS1. I have not played it, but I will add it to the list. You said it's 1998? I've seen your fine work to get past the guards here. You must have good thieving skills. I used to think that all men, besides the great Ganondorf, were useless, But now that I've seen you, I don't think so anymore. The exalted Noboru, our leader, put me in charge of this fortress. Noboru is the second in command to the great Ganondorf, king of the Gerudo thieves. Her headquarters are in the Spirit Temple, which is at the end of the desert. That's true, yeah. 2000 has Perfect Dark and Diablo 2. 2000 is a really good year. But I'll tell you what, when you see the list of games that I kept on adding to for 2001, I honestly am somewhat convinced that 2001 might be the single best year in gaming. Now, of course, that's incredibly subjective, but 2001 was a wild year for games that came out that year. Just to give you an example, and this is obviously not all the games, but these are just the ones that I've marked down for ones that I'm definitely going to play through. Not on this first pass, because I want to limit it to only 4 games per year initially, and then when I circle back after I hit the present, then I can, you know, have some more games for each year to work on. So just to give you an example, 2001 had Oracle of Seasons and Oracle of Ages, which technically came out in 1999 in Japan, but it was 2000 in the US. It had Return to Castle Wolfenstein, Golden Sun, which if you're not familiar with it, amazing game. Super Smash Brothers Melee in 2001. Animal Crossing came out in 2001. Yuri's Revenge for Red Alert came out in 2001. Halo came out in 2001. Pikmin, Civilization 3, a few different Harry Potter games, and 2 different Mega Man Battle Network games, and then capping it off with also Final Fantasy X, which is a personal favorite of mine. So yeah, 2001 is a insanely good year. I'm gonna have to. I'll probably have to dedicate like 2 separate sessions when each time I go back through, once I hit the present and circle back to 1972 and restart, I'll have to like dedicate more time to 2001 alone, just because of how many good games there were. You can't cross the desert unless you pass the 2 trials. The first trial is the River of Sand. You can't walk across this river. After you cross it, follow the flags we placed there. The second trial is the Phantom Guide. Those without eyes that can see the truth will only find themselves returning here. You are going anyway, aren't you? I won't stop you. Go ahead. Yeah, 1998 is huge. The more I've been playing through these games and going through this walkthrough history, the more I am getting convinced with every game that I play from this season, or this 10 years. I have come up with this stance that I think the single best decade in gaming history, which technically is 11 years, not 10 in the way I'm going to call it, was 1994 to 2004. I think that spread, and it's technically 11 years because, you know, it'd have to be 1994 to 2003 to be 10 years, but I'm going to call it a decade. That 10-year span from 94 to 2004, I think is the best 10, 11 years spread in gaming history, in my personal opinion. Right, I imagine I'm going to need the floating shoes here. I'm going to also guess that I'm supposed to follow the red flags. I'm just gonna guess that this is what I'm supposed to do. I purely believe that 1994 to 2012 are the definitive years for golden era gaming. I mean, there were more good games after 2004. I think I maybe narrowed it down to 2004, mainly just because in my mind I was trying to think of a... I mean, if I'm being honest, I was trying to think of a kind of a catchy video title to kind of make and talk about at some point. The PS3, 360, and Wii really... That's true. The one with the Eye of the Truth shall be guided to the Spirit Temple by an inviting ghost. I'll be your guide on your way. But coming back, I won't play. I'll show you the way to go, so follow me and don't slow. Okay. No, I don't want to do that. Alright, I'm following you. I would agree that the strong season of video games does continue into the early 2010s. There was still a lot of really good games through that season, so I would agree with you on that. I was mainly just thinking if I had to pare it down to a decade or a 10 or 11 year span, then I would put it between 1994 and 2004. Okay, is that it? Are we doing more? Are you still going? That's it, I think. Just look up 2001. Yeah. There's a lot. It's going to be... The next couple years are going to be really... Hey, Christopher, good to see you again. The next few years are going to be some of the best years possible. Now, thankfully, I do have Claire Obscura to look forward to when I, you know, eventually get to 2025. And I'm very, very, very excited for that. Because I have been seeing so much about Claire Obscura, and I'm very excited to play it when I get to the present, or when I get to 2025. Because honestly, I don't think the current year will still be 2025 by the time I get to that time. So we'll have to kind of roll with the dice there. Okay. I do appreciate you stopping by, Christopher, if you're still here. Nope. Okay. Alright, let's change out these boots. I don't know if it was making a difference or not. Okay, so we're at the Spirit Temple. I guess I just go ahead and go in. Oh. We got sentient pot plants. Or pots, not pot plants. Do you find turn-based games as enjoyable as action games? Absolutely. I have zero qualms with turn-based games. Wait a second. So it looks like I can only go in there. Okay. So first off, Zach, I really appreciate you asking that. That's a very courteous question to ask. if I look like I am not able to figure something out and I'm kind of like verbalizing, oh man, I'm stuck, then a light hint is appreciated. But yeah, I do for the most part want to generally try to figure most of this out myself. But if I look like I'm struggling, I don't mind a well-guised hint. Okay, so first things first, the first thing I'm noticing is that this can only be traversed by Child Link, as far as I know. So, here's what I'm thinking. I think I need to go back. I think I'm not ready to do this yet, because I freed all of the carpenters. Oh, is this the Sheikah lady? Yeah, okay, it's the Sheikah lady. I freed all the carpenters, so my suspicion is that somehow they're going to let me access this area as a child. Past, present, future. The Master Sword is a ship with which you can sail upstream and downstream through Time's river. The port for that ship is in the Temple of Time. To restore the Desert Colossus and enter the Spirit Temple, you must travel back through Time's flow. Listen to this Requiem of Spirit. This melody will lead a child back to the desert. Okay, cool. So that confirms my suspicion. Alright, so we got... A, down A. Okay. Hey, it's the owl. I haven't seen that owl in ages. How you doing? I like this melody. By the way, Sneeze, I don't think I actually officially said hi. Welcome in. It's good to see you. You've learned the Requiem of Spirit. I hope you're doing good tonight. Hey, Zidman, good to see you as well. And we're getting all the crew together tonight. We're getting everybody together tonight. Okay, Prelude of Light. Upright. What all do you know about Sheik? So, the extent of my knowledge of... hold on one second. The extent of my knowledge of the Sheik is the little bit I've gleaned from this game, and the information from Breath of the Wild, which I don't know how true to form the information from Breath of the Wild is about the Sheik. So, I guess that kind of depends. Because I think the Sheik were mentioned in some of the earlier games, but they did not play... you didn't really dive into their lore in the previous games, if I recall correctly. So the extent of what I know about them up to this point is just what I know from so far. Okay, now that song again is this one here. So A down, right down A. A down, right down A. Down A, right down. A down, right down A. Was that not it? A down. Oh. A down, A over down A. A down, A over down A. There we go. So, basically, to answer your question, very little is the short answer. So the only downside about this is this means I am now going to be doing a quarter of... How much Smash Brothers did you... Oh, I dabbled in it, but it was not a game that I played extensively. Largely because I'm just not very good at it, is the primary reason. So I just never found myself being drawn to it a whole lot, because I wasn't very good. Hello, Noboru. I haven't seen you around, kid. What do you want? To see the temple, looking for the sages. You're just a kid. The temple is no place for kids. Okay. I haven't seen you around, kid. What do you want? Looking for the sages. A sage? I don't know anyone like that. Okay. Nothing really. You have nothing to do? What good timing. Can you do me a favor, kid? Wait a second. I want to ask you first. You wouldn't happen to be one of Ganondorf's followers, would you? No, I hate Ganondorf. Aha. You've got guts. I think I like you. First of all, let me introduce myself. I'm Noboru of the Gerudo. I'm a lone wolf thief. But don't get me wrong. Though we're both thieves, I'm completely different from Ganondorf. With his followers, he stole from women and children, and he even killed people. A kid like you may not know this, but the Gerudo race consists of only women. Only one man is born every 100 years. Even though our laws say that lone male Gerudo must become king of the Gerudo, I'll never bow to such an evil man. By the way, what is your name, kid? Link? What kind of name is that? Well, anyway, I want to ask you a favor. Will you go through this tiny hole and get a treasure that's inside? The treasure is the silver gauntlets. If you equip them, you can easily push and pull very heavy things. No, kid. I don't even think about taking this treasure for yourself. The silver gauntlets won't fit a little kid like you. If you try to equip them, I want you to be a good boy and give them back to me. Ganondorf and his minions are using the Spirit Temple as a hideout. Only the silver gauntlets will allow me to sneak deep into the temple. Because that explains the lore. Also, it does actually explain lore as well on the Sheik. Interesting. Hey, welcome in, Mr. WrestleMania Shawn Michaels. Welcome in. I just noticed your name. That's awesome. I'm reading your previous message. I love this game. I've beaten it many times. Well, I'm really, I'm honestly just like a kid in a candy store right now. I'm just having a good time because I'm just glad to be here. So, yeah, I'm having a blast. This is my first time playing through it. As I told other people before, I had played maybe two or 3 hours max as a kid and never got around to finishing it. But it stuck with me. Even those 2 or 3 hours that I played when I was, I don't know, 8 years old maybe, really stuck with me, and I never forgot how it made me feel. And I've been wanting to finish it ever since. Nope, that is not what I meant to do. Come on, can you hit this bat, please? Okay, so the Master Sword does not seem to be doing any damage. So... there we go. Oh, nope, that didn't do it either. Yeesh. My brother and I beat it together. Enjoy every moment. Life's good when you get to play what's most considered to be the best adventure game ever made. My brother and I split the dungeons. We each did our favorites. That's cool. I like that a lot. That's such a cool way to do that. And talk about an awesome bonding experience with your brother. I love that. Shoot, 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 shoot. I did not mean to pick up the bomb. Okay. So those are just staying open now. Oh, hello. Oh, I forgot. Do I... Oh, I do have the shield. I just haven't equipped it yet. Haha! That's one way to do it. Okay. Alright, so my theory here is bomb. Chuck it! Nope. Okay. What if I time it better and wait for it to get closer to exploding? Nope, that was the opposite of what I meant to do. Come on, jump off the edge like you did last time. Come on. There we go. Okay, so can I use how do the bomb chews work? So the boomerang has terrible range when hitting a moving target. I forgot that. He got me into the series. That Kamikaze, yeah. I let him do this one. It's one of his favorites. So is this a situation where the bomb chews is useful? Because sorry, I thought I heard my wife. She usually comes and taps me on the shoulder when she's going to bed. How do you do this? Wait, did it just... How did that work? Hey, wizard, how's it going? I think you might consider reading back through Zach Silver's comments, because he had a particular comment I thought you would highly appreciate. One of his comments about advice. Nope. Well, you can't hit on with a slingshot, right? I assumed that probably wouldn't work. The only other thing I can think of is... Dang it, now I'm gonna... Yeah. I'm gonna try. I was about to try the boomerang. Yeah, I was just about to try the boomerang. All right. There we go. That worked. What did I just think? Damn it! Oh! Those were sentient pots. I don't care about rupees. I need hearts right now. Oh, what just happened? I just lost my shield. What's going on here? It's one of those things where he moves opposite. Oh, he moves opposite to me. So then I need to get, while the fire is going, I need to get over here. Okay, there we go. Cool. I like that. I like that puzzle. Alright, let me catch up on the comments. Love the Stalfos fights. I don't see the comment, but over you. Hey, Zach, sounds like you like to watch the player play too. Fire hot. Imagine if Zelda knew that Link was killing himself with explosions just to solve a puzzle. I always want to hear fun facts. Fun facts are like my lifeblood as far as my on the YouTube side of things. A huge portion of what I do is just fun facts. So yeah, always. Alright, little... Oh good, they don't turn into baby hands. Yeah, that was very satisfying. That was... I love that feeling. It's a good... What the heck? How did they damage me through the grate? Oh, it's the Skulltula doing it. Oh, oh shoot, oh shoot, oh shoot. I really wish I could get some hearts from y'all. No, stop popping out the bombs. Goodness. I have literally a quarter of a heart left. I need some health, yo. I seriously need some health. Okay. Oh, shoot. It, like, revived me and then killed me again. This game is in the Guinness Book of World Records. Let me see. You said for 2 reasons. For 2 reasons. 'Cause I love those moments. That's what these blind plays are awesome for. 100%. Because, you know, I mean, that is one thing you can never get back. Is once you know the solution, you can't choose to forget it. Like, it's just something that is immutable, unfortunately. Okay, so now I'm going to try and see if this is a Deku situation. Do we have something that happens here? Something happened. But I have no idea. Oh, a chest. Is that a silver key? Yes, it is. Cool. Oh, and now we've circled back all the way here. Okay. Wait, I just had a thought. Tell me you get to sacrifice Navi to the Dark Lord, at the very least disable that. Yeah. I don't think that... I mean, I guess... I bet you there is probably a mod for that. I don't have that mod, but I'm sure it is a mod. Did I just, by pure accident, kill a Skulltula by throwing a pot? Oh. Okay. I love those moments where you accidentally do something awesome. And then you know, if you're with your friends, you try and pass it off like you did it on purpose. Yeah, I meant to do that. I definitely meant to do that. Oh yeah, that blind throw of a pot against the wall was definitely intended to get that gold Skulltula, that Skulltula. Could really use some hearts, guys. I miss doing as much damage as Adult Link does. Adult Link threw hands. I don't know why I keep on like having an issue with pulling out bombs whenever I'm not meaning to. Okay. Oh, thank goodness. Well, actually, I was okay on hearts. Tap shield. Okay, that's a good tip. Appreciate the advice. And got some bomb shoes. That is a fun fact. All right, so let me read back 2 reasons. Okay, so you already said that, and then Hoppip was caught. Most awards won, along with Twilight Princess, and the fastest playthrough time. I like how they knew you were gonna burn your Deku shield from that wooden Wizrobe type dude. So they preemptively are like, yeah, we're gonna go ahead and put a Deku shield in this chest here, because I know you're going to burn your shield. Oh, that is cool. I like that you can do that. Okay, so that looks like it could be exploded. So I'm guessing I need... Oh, I know what to do. I know what to do. I know what to do. Yep. Molto bene. Molto bene. Alright, cool. Oh, it's one of you. What? Why does that not do damage to him? Oh, this one is not a... That one's an actual statue. Well, that threw me off. Okay, so now we got... this path here. No, I've not played Twilight Princess, yes. So, the extent of my Zelda playthroughs before I started doing this game series, I don't know, I don't think you were here earlier, and I'll hold off on giving a spiel about it, but the only Zelda game I had played before I started the series was about 2 hours of Ocarina of Time when I was a kid, and then Breath of the Wild when the Switch came out. So my knowledge base for Zelda is all from afar, and like wanting to get into the series my whole life and just never getting around to it, outside of Breath of the Wild, which I know, like, a lot of hardcore Zelda fans view Breath of the Wild in a very mixed light. Because a lot of people don't view it as a true Legend of Zelda type game. So, and I mean, okay, I can understand why some people would say that, but also I think that's being perhaps unfairly critical, in my personal opinion. But, you know, that's just my 2 cents. So I gotta get fire down to these 2 torches somehow. Well, not somehow. I know exactly how I can do that. Let's do this here. Yeah, Breath of the Wild, I beat twice. I beat the first time, you know, obviously when it first came out. And then I beat it again when Master Mode came out. So I've beaten it twice. It is very different. It definitely doesn't feel quite the same. I would say Skyward Sword is worse than Breath of the Wild. Well, I can't really speak to that one either because I haven't played that either. I'm surprised the Pokemon speedrun isn't faster. What was the second reason? Hold on. Another fun fact is that the speedrun for this game on N64 is under 5 minutes. So yes, actually I did see that. And I find that endlessly fascinating. How the methods that people use to achieve those speedruns is insane to me. I'd rather chug cold SpaghettiOs than play Skyward Sword. What an out-of-pocket way to say that. That's so unhinged. I did hear that the Switch version of Skyward Sword is a significant improvement on the original, mainly in terms of its the functionality of its controls. Is one of the big things I heard. I played Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom. I wouldn't say they're not Zelda games, but their DNA is pretty far from its... Yeah, I think that is a fair way to put it, that the DNA is different. I don't think that they're... I think they're great games, but they definitely don't feel the same as the Zelda games that I've played so far, which is, you know, I guess, what, 1, 2, 3, 4, now 5 of the classic Zelda games. So, I mean, I definitely do think they're different. But not by any means bad. And for people who just want to go and trash Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom, I mean, okay, that's your prerogative. But I do think they are enjoyable games. But I can understand and respect the differences. I am very partial to the creative aspects of Tears of the Kingdom. I just think it would have been far, far better as a DLC for, but I mean, granted, a large DLC, but nonetheless a DLC for Breath of the Wild, because it felt a little odd to me how, being its own separate game, the overworld exploration was basically completely removed from the game because of the machines. Because of the, whatchamacallit, the term, they have a specific phrase. But because of the things that you build, it basically trivializes traversing the entire world. Like Skyward Sword, less for the gameplay, more for the story, but I'm a big Zelda nerd, so a game that is basically a dedicated lore for the series is, and I think that's a pretty fair. I think that's pretty fair. Skyward Sword, if I recall correctly. Oh wait, why did that get locked? If I recall correctly, Skyward Sword is the game that sets up the entire premise of the Ganon Zelda Link cycle. If my slight understanding is accurate. But I do not by any means profess to be somebody who, you know, extensively knows what they're talking about in this realm. Skyward Sword is the origin of Zelda. Okay, so that is correct. That's what I'd heard. I just wasn't 100% confident on that. Okay, so we've got a problem here. And that problem is that I don't have a silver key that I need. There's a silver key somewhere. There's just too much empty or samey space in Breath of the Wild, but it was fun to fly around and recreate different Tears of the Kingdom. That is true. Endless possibilities, but didn't have that Zelda charm. I think that's a good way to put it. Okay, now I have to try and remember what my Scarecrow song was. There we go. Oh wait, I don't even have the whatchamacallit. So let's see, what is she? The thing grabber. Yeah, I don't have the, Let me think for a second. Now, apparently, and I'm actually gonna, a little bit later, I'm gonna get footage of this, because I have a YouTube short coming out about it, if it is in fact true. Apparently, when you come back as adult Link, you can hook shot right there. Apparently you can hook shot right there, according to what I've heard. It's kind of, I guess, a little bit of a tongue-in-cheek gag they left in as a joke. So I'm gonna, once I come back as adult Link, I'm gonna test that. Okay, so I've got a silver key that I cannot seem to find yet. I did not like Breath of the Wild because of the bland, boring shrines and no traditional dungeons. Yeah, that is kind of the most common complaint. Yeah. Okay, so you can confirm that that is in fact true. So can I wonder if I can use her other hand to get up. Yes, it's true. Okay. That's pretty funny. I mean, that's objectively funny, I think. Oh gosh, no, I didn't mean to jump off. Did I miss a torch in this previous room? Because the last time I had a torch puzzle, I got a chest. But this time, I'm not seeing... Okay. So, we gotta figure out... Wait, but that time it worked. It didn't. Why didn't it work earlier? Did you progress enough to come back as adult? Not yet. Not yet. I think because I have to unlock. I think what I need to do is I need to unlock the door at the entrance of the temple from the backside, which may be this. Nope, not yet. Oh, hello. Who is this? Link looks so cute wearing the bunny hood. Yeah, he looks, I like the bunny hood. I've been wearing this the whole time because it looks awesome. Okay. Oh, yep, here we go. Okay, I started it. Okay, so the boomerang does jack. I'm gonna assume that also does jack. What about you? Okay, bomb does damage. Can I get behind you? Yes, I can. Okay, so I can just circle around him. Oh, no, he does a spin. Okay, never mind. So as long as I get out of the way... Oh, gosh. Nope, that doesn't work. Okay. Oh. I just got murked. Thank goodness I have a fairy. Sheesh. Oh, he's faster now. Not fun. Can I just stun lock him? So I didn't realize he could be stun locked. Well, that's another way to do it, is just stun lock the heck out of him, I guess. Okay. Hey, what's up, Link? Hey, what's up? Surprised to see me? A long time in this world is almost nothing to you, is it? How mysterious. Even I thought that the tales of a boy who could travel back and forth through time was merely a legend. Link, you have fully matured as an adult. From now on, the future of all the people in Hyrule is on your shoulders. Maybe it's not my time anymore. Here is my last advice. 2 witches inhabit this temple. In order to destroy them, turn their own magic power against them. Hoot hoot. Okay, I'm gonna catch up on the chat over here. Okay, so I don't know. I really loved Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom when I first started playing them, but that kind of cooled as it went on. No Zelda game is flawless. If you're old enough, you're probably familiar with the love-hate. Yeah, the love-hate Zelda cycle that happens with every 3D iteration. Fair enough. To get distance, yeah, those guys are made to be intimidating, but not the best enemy design. Yeah. It's also a good idea to watch enemies' attack patterns and backflip through them into a jump slash. Very satisfying. Fair enough. No, I did not hear it again. Iron Knuckle fights terrified me the first time I encountered them as a child. Link in this game. I mean, it was definitely, you know, a little bit of a learning curve, but it wasn't too bad. There was a learning curve for sure, though. Is this going to be a mirror shield or something? No. Oh, silver gauntlets. Okay. If you wore them, you would feel power in your arms, the power to lift big things. But these gauntlets won't fit a kid. Plus, you promised to give them to Noboru. You should keep your word. What just happened? Hey, where are you taking me? What's happening? Yarg, let me go! You fiends! Ganondorf's minions! Oh, there's the two witches. Link, get out of here now! So this is why she doesn't end up getting them back. Alright. Oh, hey. So there is a heart piece on top. Hello, Chris Howell. How are you doing tonight? You having a good night? And the thing is, the Triforce of Courage. Absolutely. Yes. Suppose I am. Well, I hope that for as long or short as you are here, I hope you enjoy some good conversation and good entertainment. That's the most I can hope for you at the moment. Nope, no thank you, that was rude. Yeah, I can go into more detail. So, I try to only kind of explain this a couple times during each stream so that I don't bore people who are already here. But since you asked, I'm more than happy to explain it. So basically, what I'm doing is about 4 months ago, I was listening to a video / podcast about the Stop Killing Games movement, and as I was just driving, I was working. And I was listening to it, and it was going into like deep detail about, you know, what it's trying to do, what it's for, where it's you know, at in the current social climate, and it's all this different stuff. And as I was listening to it, I was like, man, you know what would be? I just got hit by a lightning strike of an idea, and I mean, it's not the most unique idea in the world, but it was an idea, if nothing else, about going through and playing at least one game from every single year, starting from 1972 to the present. And the reason I picked 1972 is because it was the year that Pong was introduced to the market, which is widely considered to be the first most commercially successful game that really brought arcades and gaming into pop culture. So Pong was in 1972, and so that's where I started, and I'm working my way up each year. Usually playing anywhere from 1 to 4 games per year. Typically, I save the game that I'm looking forward to the most for the end of each year. So, for instance, Ocarina of Time is finishing 1998 because it's the game I was looking forward to the most. In 1997, I ended the year with Final Fantasy VII because that was the game I was most looking forward to for that year. But I've started more recently actually just giving my list of the games that I'm going to be playing to my YouTube subscribers and having them vote on which ones I start with. But basically, I'm just going to be going through up to the present, and then once I get to the present and I finish whatever game, 1 to 4 games I have for that list, then I will circle back and start over again with the rest of the list. Because I've been getting game suggestions. I've been getting game suggestions from viewers and subscribers since for the last 4 months. So my game list, as of this moment, is over 360 games. So there are tons and tons and tons of games on my list. Plenty for probably 3 passes. Starting from, I think on the second pass through, I'll still have to start in like the 80s, just because of how limited the number of games were. Um, but basically, you know, in the 85, 86 to the present, and then play another, you know, 1 to 4 games each year and work my way through until I complete the list. And ideally, people will keep on suggesting games, and I'll keep on adding to that list, and it'll keep going. So that's kind of the goal. Okay, so I think I'm supposed to come back as adult Link now. I think. Upright. Okay. Okay. So that's the spiel, in a nutshell. That is what I'm doing. Now there's a back half that I'll very briefly explain to what I'm doing, because for me it wasn't just. Yes, I completed the Shadow Temple. For me, it wasn't just about playing the games themselves. It was also about doing, I would say, a fairly respectable deep dive research on each game. So finding, like, development secrets, cut content, things that almost were. Maybe it's like, okay, so for instance, I have like 30 different shorts that I ended up making for Ocarina of Time from stuff that I found out about doing some deep dives. Just to give it a very, very short example of a couple. So for instance, there was almost an actual dating sim in Ocarina of Time, until they cut that content from the game because they realized as the story was progressing. Yes, I will absolutely be doing Majora's Mask. 100% I'll be doing Majora's Mask. So they actually almost had a dating sim built into Ocarina of Time. And, but then they cut that content from the game because as the story was being written, they realized at the end of the game, almost all of the love interests that you had are no longer available. So they cut the dating sim out of the game. But it was originally planned. Yeah, Malin is better than Zelda. Yeah, that is a common debate to be had. Okay, A down, A down. A down, A over, down A. A down, A over, down A. Another one was, they almost made Ocarina of Time 100% first-person perspective, but then that got cut. So there were originally the original plans where there was going to be a completely first-person perspective, but I'm really glad that was cut. And then there was also early plans. Yeah, pass exactly. Oh, you're talking about the Pokemon. Then there was also plans for. Originally, it was only going to be adult Link. There was not going to be a child Link. And then that was actually changed because of Yoshiaki's wife made a comment that caused him to change his approach and made it to where he was going to have a different visual look. Malin is who Link has the most common with in the game. Actually, I so far, I agree with that. Wait a second. I don't have the silver key I need for this. When I played this game, I used a guide to eliminate all the suffering. I would have... and so I could obtain most of the gold skulltulas and nearly all the heart pieces. Yeah. Well, now I'm kind of in a pickle. Because... I just assumed this was going to be pretty... Oh, wait. I see it now. I was almost really dumb. Almost. I mean, I am really dumb. I almost displayed my dumbness. It is. I think there are definitely cryptic aspects to it. But as far as puzzle puzzle centric games, I would say that it's one of the more intuitive. Puzzle centric. Are you going to bed, Dave? Okay. I would say that it's one of the more intuitive puzzle centric games that I've played, at least recently. And we got a compass. Nice. Yeah. So that actually ties into another fun fact that I learned about the game, is that the creators feel that the Navi, or that Navi was their greatest failure in this game. They feel like they really just kind of dropped the ball with Navi. And that's from their own words, not mine. There was some interview back in like 2002 where Shigeru Miyamoto basically said that it was the greatest weakness of the game was the Navi. Oh, that's the time. That's a time thing. Song of Time. Song of Time is write A down, write A down. Okay. Write A down, write A down. The Wolfos are your favorite? I'm so glad they have both adult and child Link. Such an awesome element that makes the game. I completely agree. I think the game is far better for having the adult and child combination. It's an absolute plus in my mind. So yeah, we are in the same boat there. I'm trying to see if there's any other message I missed. I think I have seen most of the messages. I'm trying to make sure that I'm not missing any. Alright, and there's the silver key we need. I hate these guys. Oh, well, one hit with the giant sword works. Takes them out in one hit. That's beautiful. Alright. So I am going to have to step away here for a minute. She's more of a disservice than assistance, yeah. I am going to have to step away here for a minute because my wife is going to bed, and I want to go say goodnight to her and talk to her for a few minutes. Here when I hit a good pause point, I'm gonna go. My shield is gone. I'm gonna go say goodnight to her. Can I list my favorite games and see if you? Yeah, absolutely. I am like. I always want to know people's favorite games because the more I can add to my list, the longer this project has on its shelf life. So, I mean, for purely selfish reasons, if nothing else, I will take any list of games you want to give. Actually, while you are writing out that list, I'm going to pause here and go say goodnight to my wife. So if you want to write that list out, I'll be back in like 10 minutes max. So I'm going to write that out for the people who aren't listening audibly. I'm going to type that out in the chat for both YouTube and Twitch. But yeah, I'm going to go say goodnight to my wife. I'll be back in like 10 minutes. I'm back. Okay, so ooh, we got a handful of games to add to the list. All right. Oh, we got something. Oh, is it a hand? Oh, there's some kind of enemy going. There's some kind of enemy here. Oh. Okay. That was sneaky. Alright. So we got 3 different sunspots. Or 4 different sunspots, rather. Okay, let me see which ones you... Have you finished your list? Okay, so let me look at your list. And it looks like we got a couple others, with great music on the SNES. Castlevania 4. Donkey Kong Country has some really good music. Alright, so let's look through this. You got Metroid Zero. I have not played Metroid Zero Mission. Ratchet and Clank, yes, I've played that. God of War, the original, I have not played. WarioWare, I have not played that. Banjo-Kazooie, I have played that. Typing of the Dead, nope. Giant Citizen Kabuto, nope. Soul Calibur 2, nope. Twilight Princess, nope. Dante's Inferno, nope. APM Litude, nope. Guitar Hero, yes. Geometry Wars, nope. Pokemon Emerald, yes. That's actually my favorite Pokemon game. Gears of War, yes. F-Zero GX, nope. Star Fox, yes. Fatal Frame, nope. Donkey Kong Country, yes. Super Castlevania, no. Dead Space, yes. Jet Set Radio, nope. Oddworld, Abe's Odyssey, nope. Bioshock, nope, not yet, but it's on my list. Psychonauts, not yet. Pixel Junk Eden, nope. Crash Team Racing, nope. And Brutal Legend, nope. So the majority of those I have not played. Okay, so that's the door. I think for some reason your message is copying multiple times. Bro, why does this face gotta look so creepy? It looks really weird. Anyway. Okay. Oh, another one of these. It's a trap! Yeah, I'm not sure, I'm not sure what was going on there. I have no idea what was going on there. Yeah, it's probably just YouTube messing up. Ah! Okay, well, I was not expecting that. Yeah, well, so, Chris, honestly, that's kind of, so, to kind of pull the veil back a little bit, my goal, this is obviously a huge passion project of mine, which is going to be sufficient if that's all it ever is just a passion project, and that's fine. But in a pie-in-the-sky best case scenario, if it could end up being something that gains enough traction to become, let's say, moderately noteworthy, or however you want to phrase it, if it got to the point where it could provide, and I actually get monetized at some point, perhaps, at least on YouTube, that I could be able to, if I was able to make it to where my wife doesn't have to work, that would be honestly like the best case scenario for this passion project, because I have a full-time job, you know, a reasonable job that is the majority of our household income, and she's a teacher, which teachers don't get paid very much, and you know, we've got one kid and we have plans for more kids. So that's kind of like that'd be like the best case scenario. So I don't mind if the list of games is very long, because that just means the length of time that I'll have to do this is going to be quite long. Wait. There we go. Okay. That's funny. Can you do this one as well? So there really is just like a very, very specific spot that you can do that to. That's funny. Teachers don't get paid near what they... Yeah, absolutely. They do not get paid anything close to what they should. So am I going to have to go back to the entrance of the temple because I jumped off the ledge here? I feel like I might have to go back because I don't know how I'm going to get back up. Oh, wait. Oh, never mind. They thought about this. I see it. Come on, kill it. So once it starts bouncing around, does that just mean it's basically dead at that point? Well, that's going to be... That could be a little tricky. Wait, hold on. Oh, I see it. I see it. Okay, so let's go here. What did that do? I have no idea what that did. But yeah, I support what we're doing. I'd like to talk with you sometime to see how I can contribute, because I had a similar idea for a long time. Absolutely. So I actually started a Discord channel for exactly what you just mentioned. Because as it stands currently, maybe, you know, I mean, I don't think I'll ever be able to not have my main job. But if it can make it to where my wife doesn't have to work, that would be as much of a win as I could ever ask for. Because I just want her to have the option of not working if she doesn't want to. That's really the end goal for me. You know, if she wants to continue working, if she wants to continue teaching, all the power to her. But if she would like to not work, then I'd like to be able to provide that for her. So yeah, I do have Zach, to your question specifically. On my, if you go to my actual YouTube channel, on the channel description, I have a Discord link, and I can actually I think I can put it in here. Yeah, I'll copy the Discord link and put it in the YouTube chat. Let me actually do that real quick. Well, let me move first. Wait, that just took me back to the entrance. I don't know that I want to be back at the entrance. Just one moment. Let me copy this real quick. Okay, that's copied, and there is the if you want to talk more about this, that's the Discord link, so we can chat more about it. Because I basically what my unironically, what every single day looks like for me is I get home from work, take care of my son and my wife until my son goes to bed, and then stream for 3 or 4 hours, and then do research and editing until 2:30 or 3 in the morning, and then do it all over and then start over the next day. And you know, because I get up at about 6:30, and I go to bed about 2:30 every night after I finish working on the YouTube stuff. Which I know is like sounds really dramatic, but I enjoy it, so I don't mind. I know it can sound like I'm trying to be all, you know, dramatic about it, but I enjoy the heck out of it. So I need a silver key. My collar is blue, but my neck is red. I'm not sure if that's meant to be a cryptic hint or not. So was the only point of this opening this door creating a shortcut back to the entrance? Is that pretty much it? So I need a silver key. That is the main thing I am missing right now, is a silver key. It's not in here. Unless it's facing a different direction, and I just am not... Let me see, let me turn it the rest of the way around. Oh, it can't... You know, it can go more. Yeah, my wife does her best to make sure that I'm pacing myself, but I am one of those kind of people that usually when I decide that I'm going to do something, I typically go pretty... I don't know, hard. I go all in. When I decide I'm going to do something, I go all in. It's a song that plays in an AI-generated meme where SpongeBob does construction and it works very hard for minimal pay. He gets energy drinks and Marlboro Reds at the gas station pretty often. Okay, that's pretty funny. Okay, so this says I have explored everything but what is in here. So, well, that's puzzling. How to get... Wait. Oh, no, I have the Hylian shield. I just hadn't re-equipped it yet. Thank you for reminding me, by the way. No. I should have just... I was trying to do it... I was trying to be cool and do it without the lens of truth. But that was a mistake. That was a mistake. I should have just done it. Okay. So, let me think. Everything that I am seeing, on the map at least, shows that I've explored every area I have been to so far. Unless I need to backtrack. Mashing gets them off you quicker. I don't know. I'm assuming, but sometimes it's hard to tell for sure. But I would assume that that is true. Okay, so maybe I need to circle back through here as Adult Link and see what's what. Okay. That was just really dumb. That was really, really dumb. So this is the best guess I've got at the moment. Is that I need to backtrack through the Child Link section. And that there's something I'll be able to do as Adult Link that I couldn't do as Child Link. Oh, come on, I couldn't see it. Alright. I need some hearts. Thank you, thank you, thank you for the hearts. Do I have to fight him again? Okay, no. Is there anything else up here I missed? Doesn't look like it. Now, I know there's the exit here. Am I able to float? Is that a short enough distance that I can float shoe my way across? Or do I need to... Nope. Bad news bears. Bad news bears. Bad news bears. Bad news bears. Shoot. Ruh-roh. Okay, I know that there's supposed to be a Stone of Truth. Oh my gosh. Isn't there supposed to be a Stone of Truth out here somewhere that I can get more fairies from? Okay, these guys are brutalizing me right now. I need to ignore these guys. These are a distraction. Where is the Stone of Truth? Or the Gossip Stone. That's what they're called. Here it is. Oh my gosh, can I please get rid of these guys? They're so obnoxious. Okay. Northeast in the desert Colossus. Northeast. Okay. There's a divot in the ground. Play the Song of Storms there for red fairies. Northeast. I said northeast. Okay. That should be like right around. No. Ah, here it is. That is south. But yes, close enough. Alright. Alright, let's go over here. Song of Storms is A down up, A down up. Okay. Let me try again. I mean, I am getting, like, a... I am getting, like, a notification from the Rumble Pack that there's supposed to be a secret right here. Should not stand directly on it. Okay. I swear, these guys are so annoying. Can these guys, like, chill for 5 minutes? Holy crap. Ooh, a fairy. I will take the health. Actually, I should have bottled it, really. Speaking of bottling it. Well, thank you for that. Goodness. Okay, maybe I was wrong, but there's a bombered wall along the perimeter in the of desert. A bombable wall. Okay. Alright, well, let me check that real quick. So somewhere along here, there's going to be a bombable wall. Oh, I see it. I see it. I liked how they also give you 2 trees as kind of a visual indicator as well. Here's a Great Fairy Fountain. Now the game is going to get harder. It's a good idea to master the quick spin. Going all around 1.5 times into the button. Gotta do it quick. Okay. I'll give you a magic spell. Please take it. The B button. Okay. Narui's Love. Cast this to create a powerful protective barrier. Okay. Its defensive magic is going to see. That's nice. Narui's Love is only in effect for a limited time, so use it carefully. When battle has made you weary, please come back and see me. Well, if I wasn't full health, I would do that. Okay, well, I can, at the very least, I can go and use the Spirit Stone. Oh, hold on, there's a gold skull out there. Okay, if I can just get these guys to leave me alone for like 5 minutes. Dang it! I messed it up. Dang it. The one was okay, but the quick spin is clutch. Okay. I'll see if I can work on that and get it down. Okay, now what I was sitting here waiting for is this guy right here. I appreciate that the majority of the golden Skulltulas aren't obnoxious to find. Plant a bean as a kid and come back as an adult when it grows in. Yeah, I'm guessing it's this one that leads up to the top of this section here. The heart piece that's up on top of that kind of archway. Come on. Dang it. I just want to talk to the stone. Okay. Love it when you hit something with a hook shot and you can't even see the reticle. Yeah. Okay, bottle. Alright, let's get out of here. We at least got one fairy, so we're in a better position now. Okay, back to it. We're almost full health, and I have got one fairy, so I feel better. Now I just have to figure out where the heck I'm supposed to go. Because that was the real problem. Let me try backtracking through here. Okay, forget you. I'm just gonna hit you. Forget the hook shot. Okay. So that's the one that turns on the sun, which opens this door here. Is there something else in here? Those lizardmen just want to party with you, bro. Yeah, clearly. Okay, I don't see anything else in here. And I can't travel through there unless I'm kid-like. Shoot. Where the heck am I supposed to go? There's one Great Fairy after that one, and it makes the game significantly easier rather than just other abilities the Great Fairy has given in the past. Interesting. Okay, so I am noticing that there is a chest somewhere... Wait, did it add a chest onto her hand? The phone? No, there's still no chest there. Okay, but I can do the Scarecrow song, so maybe there's something else. Hey, Greggles, good to see you. Oh, sorry. It's my first time saying your name for tonight. Hello, Greggles the Wonder Cat. How are you? So maybe the float shoes are enough to get over there. Okay. Alright, let's try this. Yep, okay, that's enough. Definitely thought... It's definitely... Is this not a breakable wall? Oh, it's not. Well, then what the heck is the point of being up here? It's like she wanted me to come up here. But why? No. No. Oh, just wasted that fairy. Oh, that's so annoying. Okay. There is a giant hole right there. They full name for no, well, no, just specifically Greggles. I don't know. It just for some reason I have this with him specifically. I've always made sure to say his full name because his name cracks me up. I can't wait for my cute little kitten to join the stream. Hey, I'll say it. If we get somebody who with that name, I'll say it. I'm not shy. Okay, why on earth was Navi leading me over here? Will you? What is your deal? And there's a chest right here. What is going on? Okay. All right. If somebody has a tip, I will happily take a light piece of advice. Don't necessarily want the answer, but I will take a tip. Oh my gosh! Wait! I may know the answer. Hold on. I might know the answer. Let me see. No, it's on the lower level. The Lens of Truth is not revealing anything. Okay, yeah, I'll take a I wish I could tell why Navi is hanging out over there. What is she doing? But you have to find something to help direct the sunlight peering in from the cracks. There is no sunlight coming in from the cracks. In other rooms, okay. Was that talking about the Scarecrow song? Okay, I know it's at the end of this path. It's not this direction. Okay. Right, and that's the thing, is that there was a chest. There was a chest showing on the map that basically doesn't exist. Okay, because the map is showing... Yeah, the map is showing that there's a chest basically right where her hand is, right here. Like, I'm basically standing on the chest. But it's not here. So, I guess we'll try... Let me see. What songs might make a difference here? Well, I do know that... Wait a second. No, don't play it. Stop playing it. Okay, there is no Triforce symbol on the hand, but there was a Triforce on the other hand, so maybe it's like, maybe they're just hoping that you assume to play... Maybe they're just assuming that you'll play her song on this hand as well. Okay, nope, that's not it. Let me see, what else? It's definitely not going to be a Epona song. It shouldn't be a Saria song. It could maybe be the Sun song, the Song of Time, or the Song of Storms. It really could be any of those. Unless, do I need to come here as a child? Is that the problem? Like, I guess that could maybe be the problem. Okay, right down up, right down up. Okay. Right down up, right down up. I think you can, yeah. Okay, so that didn't do anything. Song of Time, Song of Storms. A down up, A down up. Okay, that made it rain inside of the temple. It doesn't look like that did anything. Yeah, so I can see in the... I mean, I guess it's kind of covered by the chat, but I can see that there is a chest right here where I am. Alternatively, right here below her hand. And it's not on the bottom side of her hand. Gosh. Maybe I need to... Do I need to hammer her hand? Any notable abnormalities in this room? Okay, well, so far the only abnormalities I've noticed is that, one, there is a hole at the top of the ceiling here. As an adult, no, I have not. I have not found an armored dude as an adult. I only fought the one as Link. Or as Child Link. So I found... Okay, so Snake... For some reason, Navi really, really wants me to go over there, but I've been over there and there is nothing there. For some reason, she wants me over here. I don't know why I assume it's a she, but whatever. Nope, 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 nope. Okay, what could it be? What could it be? What could it be? What could it be? I mean, I can get over to the other side of the room. That's not the problem. I can get over to the other side of the room without any issue. Problem is that we've got a silver key door here that I can't get past. That's the problem. I mean, I don't suppose do I need to, like, play the Zelda's song on here again? A second time? Because I already did it once. Oh my gosh. I didn't realize you could do it twice. Okay. Well, there's the answer. I just didn't realize you had to play... I just didn't realize you had to use that symbol twice. Alright, cool. Oh my gosh. Well, at least I figured it out. Alright, now we can move on. Hey, Wizard, are you still in here? Okay. Oh, okay. I got you. So let's do this. You got something the first time too? Yeah, so there was two separate chests. Okay, so I need... one of you to park your butt on that switch. That took care of one of them, but I think there's a second one. Oh, shoot, I didn't mean to fall off. I mean, of course, who would? Okay, now where's the other one? So if he is over here, then I need to be... Okay, there we go. Got it. He's a big angry boy. He's a big angry boy. Conveniently, each one of them is destroying the next one. Oh, nope, this one's fake as well. Oh, but he stomped on it in his rage. But he's not staying there. Great. Okay. So somehow I've got to get him on that switch and staying on that switch. Well, how am I going to get him to stay on that switch? Come on. Dang it. Come on. Jump on it. Oh, Deku Nut's not to stun. Oh, that's a good point. I have not used a Deku Nut in forever. Oh. Oh, I thought he was going to stay on it. Okay. No, okay, shoot, it knocks him back. So I have to wait for him to get closer. Come on, buddy. Okay. So I need him to come at me. There we go. Now he's on it. Good lord. That was a chore. Alright. Here is our other big bad. There we go. Not bad. So I'm guessing this leads out to the other precipice that I could kind of see across. And what is this? Going to be the mirror shield? It is indeed the mirror shield. Okay. Wait, can I hammer this? No. I mean, I can hammer it, it just doesn't do anything. Now, is the mirror shield just a complete, entire upgrade? Over the Hylian shield? Alright, got the key. By the way, if anybody else... Actually, since I'm going to make this comment, I want to open this. I want to copy your list that you gave me earlier. If anybody else has any, like, a list of favorite games from... It doesn't matter what era. I'm copying your list over right now. If you have a favorite list of games, I would love to hear what games you like so that I can add them to my list. Because I am always looking to try new games that I've never played before. So I'm copying over Zach and Chris's... Well, Chris mentioned 2 games. He didn't really give a list, per se. Frame... And Dead Space. I think I got all... Yeah, I think I got all of his list. There we go. Okay, now back over here. So, yeah, I'm always... I reflect certain things, can't remember. Yeah, so I'm going to guess that it also will reflect these beams. It does. It doesn't reflect it, it just blocks it, but that's okay. What the heck? That should not have counted. Ah! Nope, that was doomed. That was doomed. Okay, I really should take care of that guy first. That was kind of really stupid that I even tried to do that without clearing him first. Oh, hey. Aw. I can't hookshot there. That'd be really convenient if I could, though. Oh my gosh, you gotta be kidding me. Yeah, Super Mario Sunshine is on the list, for sure. My brother was actually the one that told me to put that on the list, because it's one of his, he really... What is happening? Why is it kicking me off when I still have climbable wall? Hookshot? Ooh. That saves some time. Yeah, Sunshine, I'm looking forward to that one. No. No. Get down, get down, get down. This should not be this hard. There we go. Okay. Well, that's rather obvious. Of course, if I don't play the song right, then it doesn't really help, does it? I was one bar too early. Okay, so we got 2 different routes we can go here. Rude. And we can backtrack. This has more of a look of, like, moving forward. Well, they both do, kind of, honestly. Whoa! Oh, it's doors again! It's the doors! Sneaky doors. There we go. It was, of course, it was the last one I blew up. Come on. What did the eyeball do? Oh, did it create the ice blocks? Or those clear blocks up there? Alright, got the boss key. So that was definitely a good thing. What Mario game is where he jumped? That was Mario 64, which was 1996. And that one was a learning curve for me, for sure. That was a learning curve. A PS5 controller. And then I just mapped it. I mapped it as close as I could to, I mapped it as close as I could. It's not perfect, but it's decent. Okay, but what did that do? Oh, it opened this door. I would say overall it has worked pretty well. N64 controllers aren't worth using extensively. Yeah, they're a bit rough, to say the least. Okay, this wall looks out of place. This wall looks very out of place. Yeah, there we go. Okay. I agree, just remember my cousin playing it on the N64, can never figure it out. I'm pretty happy with the PS5 controller. I really think that the PS5 controller might be, personal opinion here, might be the best designed console controller I know of. It feels so good in my hand. It feels very intuitive. I like it quite a lot. I am not strictly speaking like a PS5 fanboy, but I do really like their controller a lot. They did a very good job with the controller. N64 controllers are all novelty. 100%, I agree with that. They are a, whatever else you may feel, they are a bizarrely, and I would argue poorly designed console controller. They're not ergonomic. They're not intuitive. I think it was a weird controller. Oh, looks like someone is here, Koume. Looks like it, Kotaki. What an outrageous fellow he is to intrude so boldly into our temple. We should teach this outrageous fellow a lesson. Oh, loyal minion. Okay, I did like the GameCube controller. I will say that. I did like the GameCube controller. Destroy this intruder on our behalf. Alright. That was like a false start there. Okay, can it... Okay, it cannot block a standard hit. That's... It has no health. Iron Knuckle. Something strange. This is not an ordinary enemy. Yes, I do realize that. He's like, I will defend this controller for with my life. I do think it is. I think it's hard to argue that it's not a very ergonomic controller. It feels wonky in your hand. I think that's hard to say it doesn't. Well, I don't know. I mean, I guess anybody, everybody's gonna have different opinion on it, I suppose. So it's okay. So that's not. There's no. Yeah, I mean, we can critique the controller and still love it. Okay, so that does nothing. That does nothing. Dang, his hits. Alright, come hit this tower so I can get the hearts from it. No, wizard, you must... If you're gonna plant a flag... If you're gonna plant a flag on a hill, you better stand by it. Dang it. I'm ending up losing more hearts trying to get this. Nope, that was bad. Shoot. Shoot. Okay. Now, usually, on these dungeon fights, since I'm here, I'll go ahead and grab a fairy real quick. Usually, you end up using the tool that you get from the dungeon for the boss. Let me grab a fairy real quick. Where'd the fairy go? There we go. Okay. I tried using the shield, but it wasn't actually blocking his attacks. That was the first thing I did because I assumed that the mirror shield would be necessary to beat him, and his attack just went right through the shield. I mean, I'll definitely try that again because I pretty much tried everything else. I tried bombs, Deku nuts, the hammer. So I pretty much tried everything else. No, you're fine. You're fine. No worries. Oh my gosh, come on, get back up. Do they really not give you... Oh, you can attach to the chains. Thank goodness. Okay. Now. See? Okay, now maybe it needs to be like a cross slash, perhaps? Nope. Okay, well, that didn't help. Yeah, he's just kind of wrecking my crap right now. Let me think. I mean, I guess I suppose it's possible that him intentionally causing him to take down the pillars could be part of it, but I don't expect that is the case. Yeah, so dodging is one thing. I'm mainly trying to figure out how to actually deal damage to him. Nope, that was bad. Just keep hitting him. Okay. Dang it. Did he just do a backward shank stab? Sheesh. Now I wonder, do I need the oh! It was the giant sword. Stretch? Okay, fair enough. Oh, thank you for that. I needed that. So all you needed was the giant sword. So does that mean that he cannot be beat without the giant sword? Looks like she's back to normal. Kome. She's just a little girl, but she commands a lot of respect among the Gerudo, Kotake. Maybe we should make her work for the great Ganondorf for a little while longer. Then we should brainwash her again. So alternatively, you'd literally just have to sit there and just keep on smacking on him over and over and over and over and over again, and eventually we'll take him down, I guess? Alright, let's see if I can do this with 2 hearts. Like 50 hits? Holy cow. This is, I'm not expecting this to go super well. I have 2 hearts and no fairies. Look at that stupid kid. He came on his own to offer himself as sacrifice to the great Ganondorf. With my flame, I will burn him to the bone. And let me guess, she's ice. Frost, I will freeze him to his soul. Hey, let's see how good I can do. I mean, granted, this is my first time ever fighting this, so I am going to be learning how this fight goes with 2 hearts. Okay, first things first, I need to switch back to here, because I know I'm gonna need, I gotta need the Master Shield, the Mirror Shield. hear something. Bad news bears. Okay. Alright. So, it looks like if I... Basically, I need to get them in front of each other. I need to get them in front of each other and hit the hot one with the cold one's attacks. But I can direct it. Oh no. Okay, but that's bad news. That's bad news. No, that's it. Okay. Okay, I think I understand that though. So I need to make sure that I am directly in front of the beam before it touches ground. Because if I go in and intercept the beam afterwards, then I'm screwed. And actually, let me go ahead and just get one more fairy just to be safe. Yeah, honestly, I'm just glad I got at least one hit in while I was with 2 hearts. I mean, I did have 2 hearts, so yeah, I did. Essentially, it was like effectively one hit and I was down. You're making an Ocarina Rando seed? Nice. So probably what I'll end up doing when I get back to 1998, when I circle back after getting to the present, is I'll end up doing some, like, challenge or stipulation runs. So what I'm trying to do is anytime that on my list I have a game that I've actually played before, I'm adding some kind of like a challenge or a stipulation to the run. So that's kind of the goal, or how I'm gonna work it. Because otherwise, it's like, oh yeah, I played this before, and big whoop. Oh, they didn't even give you a second to get going. They're hot to bother before. Okay, so I just need to wait for them to travel in front of each other. I don't need to direct the hits. So I can kind of direct it. The Cheeto Dust Challenge? I don't know that I want to know about that. I suspect I probably don't want to know about that. Come on. Yeah. That part I figured out. It's... Oh, shoot. Okay. So it is actually better to not have them target locked. Because you can get a little bit more free, you can get a little bit more free aim. Okay, how do you stop targeting them? I'm trying to stop targeting them. There we go. Am I going to beat Ganon with a bottle? I'm not sure what that even means. So probably not. And now they're combining into one. Ooh. Interesting. I still don't know what that means. Okay. Oh, and then I can go up. Oh gosh, you gotta be kidding me. Stupid lock-on is messing me up in this fight. Why she gotta sound so seductive when she gets hit, yo? That's disturbing. That's some disturbing stuff right there. Where are you going next? Nope. Good, okay. Nope. Stop targeting it. So the nice thing about this one is that once you understand the mechanics, it's honestly, oh, well, that went differently than I was expecting. I spoke a little too soon. So I have to make sure. Whether she's going to attack with fire or ice first. Oh, no. Because if she's going to attack with ice, it'll cut the progress off. Nope, that's ice again. So one thing I should be able to do is switch over to the giant sword to do more damage here. Alright, there we go. Sweet. Shoot, what a fresh kid. This time we'll get serious. What? Hey, Kumu, was that above your head? Oh, the halo. She's like, I think you're dead. It's like, I think we're dead. Okay, so for those of you who know, how much longer do you think that I have to the credits rolling from this point? Not long. Well, the reason I'm asking is I'm trying to determine whether I should. How many medallions? Oh, this is the last one. This is the last medallion. Right. Well, the reason I'm asking is because honestly, I was, and a few people who've kind of been watching me over the last few days, I've been kind of intentionally trying to draw this out because I'm enjoying the heck out of it, and I didn't want to rush it. But what I don't know is, like, if it's going to be another 2 or if it's going to be another 3 hours, then I'll probably just save it for tomorrow night. If it's going to be an hour, maybe 2, then the Gerudo Grounds. I'm gonna guess from not knowing what that means. I'm gonna guess if I don't know what that means, then probably not. Also, you can get a few different ending scenes. Now I'm going to fight them as one of the 6 sages. I'm going to pay them back for what they did to me. So I'm not familiar with what you mean by the Gerudo Grounds, so I'm going to assume no. I did the... You can get the 100% scene. Okay. Now, when you say 100%, does that also include getting all of the golden Skulltulas? If only I knew you would become such a handsome man. Odd comment. Oh, okay. Yeah. So here's the thing. I kind of want to save a 100% run for my second playthrough. Link, the hero. Finally, all of us, the 6 sages, have been awakened. The time for the final showdown with the King of Evil has come. Before that, though, you should meet the one who is waiting for you. The one who is waiting for you at the Temple of Time. The reason I want to do that is... So, there's my... and the analyst, you actually haven't been... you haven't been here from the beginning, so you kind of missed my whole spiel about what my channel is, but... because I have so many games on the list that I want to play, there are some games that when I circle back and start back over in the 1972, the start of the series, then there's certain games that I want to revisit. I don't think all the bottles and heart pieces are that fun, but there's an area definitely worth playing in the Gerudo area. Okay. So one thing I do need to figure out... Oh, I need to plant a flower there as a kid. Well, so mine's not strictly based around retro games. I hate to say this again in one stream, but here's the here's the kind of the crux of my channel is that I'm going through what I'm calling the games of the year. The games of the years, and playing at least one game for every single year, starting from 1972 to the present. So I'm working my way up. Currently, obviously, I'm in 1998. And I'll be working my way up to the present. And then once I get to the present, then I'm going to circle back and start again, but with the rest of the list. So, So there are certain games that I am putting on my revisit list that are games that were either so fun or the story was so deep that they kind of deserve a revisit and reevaluation. So, like, for instance, Final Fantasy VII, I will be... I did not 100% Final Fantasy VII on my first playthrough, because I know I'm going to go back and play it again. And when I go back and play it again, I want to do the 100% at that playthrough. Metroid Fusion, I'll add it to the list. I think actually somebody may have mentioned Metroid Fusion already, in fact. Okay, so let's go... So I know that let me think. Long time. Right A down, right A down. Why did I not... Oh, that was the Song of Time. Upright, up, upright, upright. Okay. Yeah, I'm adding both of those to my list. So, because that's one of the reasons I didn't do actually any of the Metroid games on my first run through the 80s. Because if I was going to do the Metro games, I wanted to kind of knock them all out in one, like, in a series of playing them. Okay, so here's the Sheikah chick, which I'm starting to suspect is probably Zelda. Because Zelda has not appeared at all, and she is, this person is the most likely candidate for Zelda. Because otherwise, where the heck is she? You have overcome many hardships and awakened 6 ages. Got it on the spot, okay. And now you have a final challenge. A showdown with Ganondorf, the King of Evil. Before that, I have things I want to tell only to you. Please listen. Another unknown legend of the Triforce passed down by the Shadow Folk, the Sheikahs. Well, don't say anything about it. The resting place of the Sacred Triangle, the Sacred Realm, is a mirror that reflects what is in the heart. The heart of one who enters it. If an evil heart, the realm will become full of evil. If pure, the realm will become a paradise. The Triforce, the Sacred Triangle. It is a balance that weighs the 3 forces: power, wisdom, and courage. If the heart of the one who holds the Sacred Triangle has all 3 forces in balance, that one will gain the true force to govern all. But if that one's heart is not in balance, the Triforce will separate into 3 parts: wisdom, power, wisdom, and courage. Only one part will remain for the one who touched the Triforce, the part representing the force that one most believes in. If that one seeks the true force, that one must acquire the 2 lost parts. Those 2 parts will be held within others chosen by destiny, who will bear the Triforce mark on the backs of their hands. Yes, I am. I was recommended it highly by one of my viewers. 7 years ago, Ganondorf, the King of Thieves, used the door you opened in the Temple of Time and entered the Sacred Realm. But when he laid his hands on the Triforce, the legend came true. The Triforce separated into 3 parts. Only the Triforce of Power remained in Ganondorf's hand. Yes. The strength of the Triforce of Power enabled him to become a mighty evil king, but his dark ambitions were not satisfied. To gain complete mastery of the world, Ganondorf started looking for those chosen by destiny to hold the 2 other Triforce parts. The one who holds the Triforce of Courage is you, Link. And the other, who holds the Triforce of Wisdom, is the 7th Sage, who is destined to be the leader of them all. Okay, well now there's no doubt. If you hadn't said I was... Okay, yeah, well, they remove all doubt. Okay. I think, honestly, I actually completely agree with Zach. I think the texture touch-up on the Ship of Harkonnen for this... Because this, to me... I don't feel like I'm missing anything graphically speaking. So I am personally perfectly content with the way the visual of the Ship of Harkonnen has this looking, especially the 60 frames per second. That's a huge plus. I apologize for meeting you in disguise, but it was necessary to hide from the King of Evil. Please forgive me. On that day, 7 years ago, Ganondorf attacked Hyrule Castle. I saw you as I was escaping from the castle with my attendant, Impa. Now I'll check it. I'll check it out. Okay. Oh, okay. The analyst, you just earned. I like how it still has me in my bunny gear. Because that's where I was. I was wearing that during that scene, so that's funny. You actually, the analyst, you actually just gained a lot of respect for me because you mentioned Your Lie in April. Your Lie in April is amazing. It is one of my favorite animes of all time. And my wife is not into anime, and I showed it to her, and she thought it was fantastic. Something I could never expect happened. After you opened the door of time, the Master Sword sealed you away in the Sacred Realm. Your spirit remained in the Sacred Realm, and then the Triforce fell into Ganondorf's hands. He went on to invade the Sacred Realm. Ganondorf had become the Evil King, and the Sacred Realm became a world of evil. All of this is an unfortunate coincidence. I passed myself off as a Sheikah, and hoped that you would return. I waited for 7 years. Yeah, it is top shelf emotional trauma, but like in the best way possible. And now you are back. The Dark Age ruled by Ganondorf, the Evil King, will end. The 6 sages will open the sealed door and lure Ganondorf back into the Sacred Realm. Yeah, I do. I actually created a Discord channel for my a Discord server for my channel. I actually had posted it earlier. Let me see. 1 second. Let me scroll back up and see where I posted it. Man, I didn't realize it was that long ago. Yeah. Okay, here it is. Yeah, it's on Crunchyroll. I think it might actually be on Netflix as well. Hold on, let me check, because I know it was so popular at one point they added it to Netflix. Let me see.
We would like to
No, I don't want audio.
Hypothetical situation.
Please, no audio. Your Lie in April is on Netflix as well. So either way, you can do Crunchyroll or Netflix. And I could not recommend it enough. It is really, really, if you like classical music and you like having your heart ripped out, stuffed on a platter, and frisbee chucked through a window, then you'll like it. Thus Ganondorf, the Evil King, will vanish from Hyrule. Link, in order to do this, I need your courage again. Please protect me while I do my part. And here is a weapon that can penetrate the Evil King's defenses. The power given to the Chosen Ones. The Sacred Arrow of Light. Yeah, it is really, really good. Oh, so you make music for a living. Well, that's very fitting. Okay. So if you guys had to guesstimate based on how I've been playing, how many hours from this point forward, if you had to guess, like, would it be maybe as many as 3 hours? Especially if I go and do the Gerudo grounds as well. Oh, I got the arrow light in the Deku Tree. Wait. You got the light arrows in the Deku Tree? Oh, was it on the randomizer? That rumbling, it can't be. Wait, what? Princess Zelda, you foolish traitor. I commend you for avoiding my pursuit for 7 long years. Oh gosh. That would be exhausting. I commend you for avoiding my pursuit for 7 long years. But you let your guard down. I knew you would appear if I let this kid wander around. My only mistake was to slightly underestimate the power of this kid. No, it was not the kid's power I misjudged, it was the power of the Triforce of Courage. But with the Triforce of Wisdom that Zelda has, when I obtain these 2 Triforces, then I will become the true ruler of the world. If you want to rescue Zelda, come to my castle. So, little fun fact for you all. Which I imagine probably most of you know this. The Poe sisters' laugh is actually just Ganon's laugh sped up and at a higher pitch. It was something I found when I was researching the game for some shorts. Yeah, it is literally the exact same bass sound. Okay, so we got something about the Gerudo grounds to do. And then we've got Ganon's castle. You can also get into the underground well early as a kid. Okay, I didn't know that. So I think this is going to be a good point to kind of, as much as I would like to keep going, because my heart wants to keep playing, but I also don't want to rush it, and I'm just savoring every hour of this game at this point, because this has just been so fun. I have had so much fun with this game. And it's kind of funny that, you know, Zach, you were mentioning the Final Fantasy games, and I'll let you in on like a little tiny thing, a video that I'm actually working on, and it has to do with Final Fantasy in contrast to Legend of Zelda, because basically, if you look back into the, you know, as early as 1986, Legend of Zelda and Final Fantasy have been in tow with each other for the last 40 years now. And oftentimes when people talk about the best game of all time, if they're older, granted, there's 2 games that are very, very frequently brought up. And those 2 games are Final Fantasy VII and Ocarina of Time. Final Fantasy VII and Ocarina of Time are very frequently mentioned as the best games of all time. And I'm kind of working on... I'm not writing a script for this one, because I generally prefer to be a little bit more off the cuff. But, I don't know that... I don't think they're BS... I think it's a combination. I don't think that they're BSing through the development, but I also don't think they're connected. All of them connected, at least. So, a lot of people like to debate which one's better. You know, oh, is Final Fantasy better? Is Final Fantasy VII better? Oh, is Ocarina of Time better? And then, you know, people debate about it. And I think that there's a legitimate question there, but I think that the question really should be a little different. It's not whether which game is better. I think it's which game is better for what type of player. Because, so, in the last month, I've played Final Fantasy VII all the way through for the first time, and as of right now, I'm just about to finish Ocarina of Time all the way through for the first time. And I kept on having this reoccurring feeling about the contrast of those two games. And it is that it's not a question of it's not a question of which one's better. It's that, to me, Final Fantasy VII felt like somebody created a game for the express purpose of telling a story. Whereas Ocarina of Time has, so far at least, felt like somebody created a story for the express purpose of letting you play this game. And so I think the priorities are different. Not to say that Ocarina of Time's... Gosh, I keep on coughing. Not to say that Ocarina of Time's story is not good. That's not at all what I'm saying. But it's not on the same level of emotional complexity, at least so far, that Final Fantasy VII was from the get-go. Like, Final Fantasy VII was, from the word go, was just emotionally devastating and complex and convoluted, and made you think and reconsider your positions on things deeply. Ocarina of Time isn't really doing that. But here's the thing. Ocarina of Time is more fun. Ocarina of Time is one of the funnest games I've ever played. But I don't think the story is nearly as compelling. I mean, it is compelling. Okay, when you're talking about not compelling, we're talking about, in contrast to Final Fantasy VII, one of the other greatest games of all time. So when I say it's not as compelling, grain of salt with that, because I'm comparing it against another amazing game. But in terms of just sheer joy and fun, Ocarina of Time is more fun. But Final Fantasy VII has a better story. Again, not to disparage the story of Ocarina of Time, it's just different. So I think it really comes down to the player. I think it comes down to the viewer. What do you put more stock in? Do you care more about the story? Yeah, I just thought of a Final Fantasy cringe knockoff for PS1. It's called Overblood 2. If you looked at the screenshot, you'd scream. It's so bad. You can send me the screenshot on Discord. So anyway, that's kind of my thoughts on the which one's better debate between Final Fantasy VII and Ocarina of Time. I think the answer is yes. They are both better than the other game, depending on what you're measuring. If you're measuring a compelling narrative and a compelling story with a literally almost life-altering story that people base their whole personality around sometimes, then Final Fantasy VII is a better game. If you're wanting something that is just makes, like, the first few days, and honestly, every single time I've gotten to stream this, I have been just, like, giddy. Literally, like, giddy with joy in playing this game. So yeah, anyway, that's my thoughts, but I'm gonna wrap it up there, and I hope that you guys might go and check out our Discord channel. We're always trying to gather more kind of like-minded people who care about games and care about researching games and kind of cataloging a history of games. We have a research corner on our Discord channel where we're trying to, I mean, obviously it's a very new channel because I'm a very small creator. So, you know, it's not a bustling, massive group of people, but we're growing each day, trying to at least. Yeah. Yeah, if you love Final Fantasy games, you usually won't care. So if you're a fan of Final Fantasy, I'm curious, the analyst, have you by any chance seen Blue Dragon? Have you played the game Blue Dragon? I'm curious, because if you haven't, I would recommend playing Blue Dragon for anybody who likes the older turn-based Final Fantasy games. Like the 1 through 10 era of Final Fantasy games. I would highly recommend that you try out Blue Dragon. It is on my list. I think it's 2007 if my memory serves me correctly. Yeah, it's a little bit of an older one, but it's not old. And I think it's 2007 on the Xbox. I think it was Xbox 360. I think it was on the 360. So it's not ancient by any means. No, definitely not 8-bit. Now I think of the old like pixel Final Fantasy games. Final Fantasy VI is one of the best games ever made. Final Fantasy VI is phenomenal. Actually, okay, I'll add it to my list. Just a moment. Shadow of Colossus. Okay. Shadow of Colossus. Got it. Final Fantasy VI has one of the best villains in gaming history. It has one of the... Yeah, it was amazing how far they pushed the Super Nintendo system. They pushed the SNES for Final Fantasy VI to the absolute limit. They pushed it so far. Well, anyway, so just while I've got still a few people here, I do want to kind of mention what the next 3 games that I'll be playing are for this kind of series that I'm doing. So tomorrow I'll be finishing up, I assume at least I'll be finishing up Ocarina of Time, which Ocarina of Time is the last game that I'm doing for 1998, which means I'll be moving on to 1999, and I have 3 games that I picked off my 1999 list to play. I'll be doing Pokemon Silver, and I'll be doing the Spyro trilogy, which technically was 1998, 99, and 2000. But since they released the Reignited trilogy all as a package, I'm just gonna go ahead and play the whole trilogy, and they're short games, so it won't take very long. So I'm gonna play basically the first 3 Spyro games, Pokemon Gold, Silver, and then Final Fantasy VIII, which is the one I'm the most excited for. And currently, at least last I checked, the poll on my YouTube channel where I asked people to tell me what order to play them in. Let me double check, but the last I checked, it was very, very definitively going to be Final Fantasy VIII first. Which I was kind of personally hoping to finish the year off with Final Fantasy VIII as the last game that I played for 1999, because I like to play the one I'm most excited for at the end of the year. But yeah, the Analyst, it was good talking to you as well. Anybody who feels so inclined, I would invite you to check out my actual channel. I've got kind of a little bit of a channel trailer on my YouTube channel that basically says who I am, what I'm doing, why I'm doing it. And I'm really trying to build a strong community. So I would honestly just as much, I would encourage you to join our Discord so we can kind of build a community about people who care about a history of games. That's why I'm doing this. I'm trying to build a history of games, and obviously that's been done to some degree or another before. But hey, I just want to give my crack at it. So, all right. Well, I appreciate you all. It was good to chat with you, the Analyst. It was good to meet you all. Zach Silver, good to talk to you as well, and everybody else. Greggles, if you're still out there. Voltage, you as well. And anybody else who's Zidman, I'm not sure if you're still here, but if you are, good chat with you for the brief moment you were around. And I appreciate you all. It's good to be able to sit here and talk. It really livens up my evenings when I actually have a good group of people to talk to. So I appreciate you all. I hope you have a good night. I'm going to do a Twitch raid for the Twitch stream. But on the YouTube side of things, I'm going to go ahead and end it. Call it there. And I look forward to seeing you guys later. I appreciate the time we spend together. And hopefully you found some fun. Hopefully you had some good conversations. And I'll catch y'all later. You too, Zed Man. Take care.